quick update on the fencing of my grandmother's yard. Okay, so let's take a look at the money that I've already paid. I'm going to pull out my, I'm not going to post them because they have details, but I'm going to pull them out. Let's see. There's this thing now. Okay, so I did mention that I paid 19,800 rand for poles. That's because the poles cost 17,980, and then what else that we bought that day? That was 930. I cannot. Oh, that was cement, and then the transport was 1,300 rand, and they gave us a discount, and we ended up paying 19,800. Okay, so then today. Remember I said on the weekend, I just said to my mom, just go do accurate measurements, no more estimating. So we ended up buying barbed wire that's worth 1,899 rand, and mesh that is worth 17,998 rand, and then wire nails 460 rand, and I don't know what these nails are for. They're 250 rand. And then this other thing, I can't read it. Oh, that was transport, 1,300. And then my mom wanted all these other things. And so we put in spades, fertilizer, grass lasher. There's so many things. A hoe, len, I don't even know what that is. A wooden handle for hoes. There's so much stuff. So besides the mesh and the barbed wire, everything else added up to 2,500 rand. And then they were like, we're going to give you a discount for 2,500 rand. So they were like, they discounted and we didn't pay for transport, and all these other things that my mom wanted on the side, they are all a gift. I think maybe one is because we're buying there for the second time. So now we ended up paying another 19,490 rand. So we almost spent 40,000 rand. So I'm just going to round off to 40,000. So that's how much we spent there, 40,000 rand. And they gave us a total discount of 2,900. So yeah, that's what's happening so far. So 40,000, I did not see this coming. Okay, I was thinking mesh will be like 7,000 rand. Yo, red flagging you again. Red flagging you. Y'all didn't tell me the mesh is expensive. We didn't even buy the most expensive mesh on the thingy. We didn't even buy the most expensive mesh on the shelf, because there were ones that were like 2,000 rand. We bought the one that's half that, which is 1,000 rand, but it's fine because it's what everyone is buying. I'm just going to check my my old budget. So for the pole, cement and transport, yes, we did pay 19,800 rand. For the fence plus barbed wire plus nails, I had actually thought it was going to be 8,500 rand. It turned out to be 20,000, all of it. The barbed wire, the fence, and the nails. It turned out to be 20,000 instead of the 8,500 that I estimated. And I forgot to put sand. So sand, we ended up buying a truckload, 2 truckloads, of each being 1,700 including delivery. So that became 3,400 rand. So let me just add how much that is, 43,000. And then we have 3,000 rand for labor, which I'm going to up it to, according to what I've seen so far, the attitude, the pace, everything, you know, in it's December. I said to my mom, I've put aside 4,000 instead of 3,000. So now that I've discounted it as mine, I'm going to give it to them. It's fine. So my mom is going to pay them 1,500 rand. And then when we pay them, when they are done, I'm going to surprise them. Instead of giving them 1,500, I'm going to give them 2,500. So I'm very happy with their work. Yeah, and the attitude, absolutely amazing. So the total is, let me pull out a calculator. So let me pull out a calculator and use the receipts so that we can see how much I paid in total. So it's 19,490 plus 19,800 plus the labor, which instead of 3,000 I'm going to pay a 4,000. I've already paid 1,500 of it, plus the truckloads 1,700 plus 1,700. So the total so far is 46,690. And that is how much my grandmother's yards cost. So growing up there, we were told that those yards, there's two yards, one in front and one at the back. And with my looking at it with my 2-year-old eyes growing there, my 7-year-old eyes and my 12-year-old eyes, being irritated that people are walking right in front of our house, our mud house, and they just cutting. And then the part that was like slightly fenced for the garden fell, and now there's just people's cows. It's a grazing for people's neighbors' cows and goats. And I was just like, growing up in my teens, in my 20s, in my early 30s, I was just like, this has got to go. This can't be the way. I always assumed that those were 2 yards, and they turned out to be 3.5. So whatever I had estimated was always going to be twice, because I had looked at the yards as 2 when it's actually 3.5 compared to other people's yards. So yeah, we are at that situation right now. This also means that when it comes to gates, as much as I was like, okay, I still have a little bit of money left, let's just buy the gate, we couldn't find the gate that my mother wanted, and I don't want to force her to buy the gate that I want just because it's there. So I said to her, no, let's just wait until they have them, and then we'll buy the gate and have it installed then. It's just the gate part, everything else is going to be finished. Who cares at this point? But I am going to have to put the money aside for the gates. I forgot to ask you how much the gates were, because we're like, okay, we're not buying the gates, so I just left it. So I need to know the exact amount of the gate and the labor, how much it's going to be to install the gate and all those things, and the floor, the parts there by the gate. I don't want any mud there under the gate, so we need to find out how much that is so that I can be realistic this time around. You guys, I'm red flagging you. You're supposed to say, hey, the numbers are not numbering. Go back to the drawing board. Go check. Don't just leave me hanging. Guys, I know, like on social media, when you comment, and because you read the words and you don't hear them with the concerning tone, we tend to respond very harshly. But don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Be like, hey, I told her. If she's not taking it correctly, then it's her problem, right? Because I remember there's this guy who said, don't expose so much of your personal information. It's dangerous. And I was just irritated, and I was like, I'm a woman and it's dangerous being a woman, and here I am. I know, but it's not like I didn't take it seriously. I did, guys. I did. So don't take it personal. But we move. I really didn't think I was going to pay more than 40,000, including the gate. I really didn't think so, guys. As much as I have like 80,000 in the budget, which includes my life and everything else, all the way up to January, my January budget, up until my next pay in February. My next pay in January. So yeah, I didn't think that I was going to get to 50,000, and it seems like it now. How much? 46,690 without the gates. That means we are going at the higher 50,000. So we're going to chase 60,000. But I'm proud of me. I see why you guys do this. But guys, no. Please make sure that you don't borrow money. I saved for this money, even though I saved to renovate my mother's house, but it saved money. All of it. It saved money. It's not even for, it was saved. So please, 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 please don't frustrate yourself by the pressures of this world and rushing into doing things, Had I run out of money, I would have been like, fine, let's stop. I'm going to go back to my saving ways and see when we pick it up. Please, it helps you to not frustrate about money, to you don't even have to not have the things you want. You just have to delay the gratification, you know. It's called delayed gratification. Instead of getting everything this year, wait a year or two, you know. That way you can get them in the most responsible way possible, and you don't have to be counting coins every single day. My philosophy is, one, you shouldn't be happy the first 2 days of your payday being a millionaire, and then you live the rest of the 28 days of the month frustrated about money, and also be happy in December, and then because you have all this money in December, all these things in December, and then you're unhappy 11 months of that. So my philosophy is, I'd rather be comfortable every month rather than leaving it up in December alone and worrying every single other month. I'm going to leave you there. I don't know, guys, the tone of these videos are so, I can't wait to get to my grandmother's, because then I'll be around people, but you know, they won't be on camera, but you'll hear them speak. Okay, it's so hot here. Let me go. Wish I had that yesterday's Magnum. Bye bye.